Hey guys, how's it going? It's Saturday. Just made my coffee, and I really don't know what to talk about today. I've written down yesterday that I would want to talk about some laugh and why is that important. And I don't know, I just don't feel it today, you know? Don't feel like talking, like being social. Which is quite interesting because I thought that maybe if I start doing this vlog, I will become a little bit more social or more outspoken. But I guess I just like to think about a lot of things in my head and then just try and say them in the most precise and small way. By the way, is this recording? Let me just check. Yeah, yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, I'm wearing my awesome Deadpool t-shirt, just chilling, you know. I woke up at 11 today. No, 10. 10. Made some coffee, cleaned the apartment a little bit. Yeah. Managed to read a little bit Norwegian, which by the way is quite tricky. you know, I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure things out in my life. And by that I mean, look, like I do have the education, I don't have any debt, which is amazing. I still have a job, but I know that that job will come to an end in 2 years. So it's difficult for me to just accept the fact that I will need to move from one industry to another because I've never done that. And I guess the best thing that I can do is just try and do a good job currently with my project, and then just try and find something else on the side, I guess. I don't know, man. Like, it just feels so weird just talking about it because usually that conversation happens in my head, and I don't know how to keep eye contact with you guys and how to just talk. I think like the whole reason why I did this vlog was to just see if something will happen. If every day I will just keep on talking. Wait, let me just do one thing here. There we go. Just want to make sure how much time I'm talking. By the way, if you're ever wondering about coffee, highly recommend AeroPress. AeroPress coffee, freshly ground, amazing. Yeah, so I don't know how things will turn out. But what I do know is that I want to find a job that is interesting and that pays good. And here in Norway, the pay is always good as long as you have 100% job, and by 100% I mean you work full time. You're good. You really are good. But I I just feel like it would be interesting to try out and either help other people or try and coach people, which may sound funny because I'm not the most social person in the world, but I don't know. I just feel that over the last 5 years, I've managed to gather quite a lot of knowledge. Knowledge. I said it weirdly. Knowledge. Yeah. What I mean by that is learning how to work out, which I'm not doing now, by the way, because all the gyms are closed. So that sucks. But just dealing with adult stuff, and by that I mean dealing with work situation, with people at work, dealing with girls, dealing with your finances, dealing with the food that you eat. I used to be such a shitty cook. Like, my God. I mean, I used to only cook pasta and pesto, or pasta and tomato sauce and scrambled eggs, and that was it. That was my whole food until, or like my whole menu until I was, what, like 27, I think. So that's for the last 4 years I've managed to amp up my game when it comes to food. You know, so now, for example, I've like actually throughout. So last year, when I was coming to an end with my unemployment period, I actually managed to figure out a way to make sourdough bread, which is super cool. If you're ever wondering about how to make sourdough bread, just look it up on YouTube. I think the channel is called I Love Cooking, and the recipe there is so simple that I really thought that it's just, oh, like you need to have 15 different ingredients, and this sourdough is like this little like perfume kind of thing that you just add like a drop to your dough and it gives it taste. It's like, no, no. The sourdough is basically your your yeast that you can get in the store, but yeast that is natural, right? And flour and water, and that's it, and that's your starter. And you add that to water, flour, and a little bit of salt, and you have bread. That's it. It just takes longer time to do, but I managed to figure out a way to have a setup that, I make the dough the day before. In the evening, it takes me 10 minutes, and then I leave it for proving or for growing in the fridge until the next day. Once I come back from work, then I just put the bread in the oven, and then boom, I have fresh bread. So me and my girlfriend, we've actually been cooking it or baking it for the last, yeah, half a year, I think, or a year. Yeah. Mm. And it's really simple to keep up. But yeah, regardless, I've learned quite a bit. Like these like small little practical things that once you combine actually add up to your life. I don't know, maybe I will want this channel to be just about that. Just me giving some small tips on how you can improve your life. I don't know, like one other thing that really helped me throughout the last year was to simplify things. And by simplifying things, I just mean going through my wardrobe and throwing out away the things, or giving out away clothes that I'm not using, such as shirts that I had since high school, or boxers that were just like stretched out, and just throw away or give away. Same thing with shoes. And actually, like recently I got into shoes and raw denim, which is I always do this shit, by the way. I always find a subject that I can basically distract myself to, or distract myself with, and then I end up just going through all of this information about it until I reach a point where it's 80%, and then after that I'm moving on to the next one, because I feel like I don't want to become a, let's say, a leather shoe fanatic that has 15 billion pairs of shoes. I'm not one of those guys. I'm like a sniper. I'm like, all right, I want like 3 pairs of shoes that I really like, that work, and I can move on. Same thing with jeans, same thing with shirts. I don't need a lot, but I do like quality. Like that's something that I've always liked, at least like since I've moved out of home. Just have like 1 or 2 items that actually make you happy, or like make you appreciate the quality or the craftsmanship, and then that's it. And then you can just move on, you know? You don't need more, right? I mean, it's like, for example, finding out a way to make coffee that really works for you. That is just, that adds up. Like, I like coffee, so that really adds up to my day. You know, same thing with, let's say, wearing raw denim, right? Which people say like, oh, it stinks because you need to wear it for 6 months. No, not true. Like, I've worn my pants for what, like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, but I'm not wearing them every day. You know, I'm letting them kind of rest or air out. You know, and also here in Norway, it's not, nowadays at least, it's not that warm. You know, like if it's middle of the summer, I'm not going to wear like raw denim, jeans every day, throughout the day. Yeah. But either way, my point was that even though I was unemployed, I I managed to find something that I can get better at, and maybe that's something that some of you guys could relate to right now. Like I know that, like I'm just reading because I'm following news, that in Canada, like people are being laid off in the US, like, and everywhere, especially in the airline industry, and that sucks. I mean, I can't imagine, just losing your job, and then you have some loans, and on top of that you have other responsibilities, kids, like that must be tough, you know. But as soon as you find out a way to, I guess, just find a balance with your finances, and you know that you will find another thing, another job, or you will find a a place where you can settle down, or anything like that, or relationship that will work, because I guess that speaking of relationships, I guess that now that people have been locked down, like, we will probably see quite a lot of divorces, or like divorce rate will go up, right? Yeah, it is a little bit crazy though. Like, you live with someone, but you barely see them because you have such a busy day, and now everything closes down. You have no escape, and you need to be with that person. And then you find out, oh damn, they're not the right one. That must suck too. God damn. It's fucking good coffee. But yeah, yeah. Either way, yeah. Like raw denim, leather shoes, fucking watches, you know, guitars. Yeah, there's quite a lot of fun stuff. I guess like that's the segue to what I wanted to talk about: fun, and laughter. Like, I have always been a person that laughs at the stupidest things, and over the last 2 years, I've kind of grown out of that, and it is a little bit sad that now that I'm 30 or 31, I'm not I'm not so surprised by a lot of things, Once you experience, once you travel a little bit, once you meet a lot of people, once you work in a few different jobs, once you go through a few different relationships, um, that does change you, and of course, like, like for the better, I hope. But you are, as you get older and you have more experience in life, you tend to not be so surprised. And I'll give you an example. I used to play a lot of video games, and throughout my life, I really, really liked playing video games. But roughly around when I was 28, 29, I realized that a lot of video games are very similar, and I just wouldn't play them. But I found out that there's a very specific, like, or like very small portion of video games that actually do work for me, that are really, really interesting, like that make me actually like drawn into the world. Same thing with movies. Like, I don't watch so many movies right now, and I used to just binge watch when I was a student, when I was in my early 20s. I watched so many movies. Like, my God. I think my English also went up when it comes to my, listening skills and grammar and whatnot. But I used to watch so many movies, and so many movies were bad. Now that I look at it, it just feels like I've wasted my time. But I guess, everybody has to go through a period where you just do your thing and then realize that, oh, okay, yeah, it's time to move on. It's time to kind of consolidate, figure out what do you like, what works for you, and then just say, like, okay, like, I like movies that are made by this director, or yeah, by this director, and I like movies with this actor, right? Or I like this topic, right, of a movie. Or same thing with video games, right? And then, I don't know. I really should stop saying I don't know. I should I should replace that with something. I don't know what, but I don't know, and then I don't know what I should. No, but I guess what I'm trying to say is just try to have fun, and laughter really does help because it allows you to relax. Finding stand up comedy. Oh yeah, I know what I was talking about. So, getting 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 back to watching fun stuff. Okay, just give me a second. Oh, okay. It's still recording. Okay, good. I have this really really bad setup. This plasticky thingy holding the holding my phone. Yeah, it's a work in progress. But yeah, okay. So just to focus at least on one topic instead of me rambling. Fun and comedy and laughing and finding things that you are passionate about and you are excited about. Like, I'll give you an example. Yesterday, no, 2 days ago, I saw this new trailer for Ghost of Tsushima. It's a PlayStation 4 game, and my God, it looks so good. It's so awesome. Like, I was smiling. Like, there is this one bit where they actually show you how the fight mechanic works, and it just blew me away. I was like grinning, so happy. Yeah, so trying to find things that you are excited about, or that make you feel this, like, oh, like, this is cool, moment. I really feel that that's something that will make you go through hardships a little bit easier, and you will also be able to deal with that. Deal with, oh, let's say, oh, I don't have a job, but I'm applying. I'm applying to jobs. I'm not getting any responses now, but I've applied to 100 jobs over the last month. And then still I haven't gotten any response because everything is delayed and takes so much time. So just trying to kind of talk to yourself in a way, like, all right, like, I'm doing my thing. I've done what I could to to fix my life situation, to fix my finances, or to fix my living situation, right? It will get better. It will. In the meantime, let's watch some comedy show. Let's watch some stand up. Let's play for half an hour or an hour video game that you really enjoy, right? Give yourself some slack too, right? Yeah. So I guess that's what I wanted to talk about. Like, I always fucking ramble so much, but I don't know. I will see. Fuck, I shouldn't say I don't know. I guess I will just see how this whole thing develops. What do I talk about? Will I just want to talk about random stuff, or will I just want to focus and try to talk about one thing? I've also noticed that whenever I speak, I kind of I view my conversation as a main theme, and then that main theme splits into like an a one topic, and then that splits into something, then in the, and it goes and goes. But yeah. Mm. Okay, guys, I think I've talked, I don't know, for 10 or 15 minutes. I'm not going to cut these videos because I have a MacBook Air, the old one, and it takes 40 minutes or an hour or something to compile and edit, and I just think that the whole purpose of this vlog is to see if I can enjoy doing this, if I can talk, if I can get slightly better at looking at the camera, and if I can just try and do something new. Yeah. But okay, guys, I think that'll be it for today. So I'll see you tomorrow. So today was day 3. Yeah. Take care. Cheers.